So, Replit Agent 3 has officially landed, and the buzz is that it's going to completely change how we build software with AI. But is it really all it's cracked up to be? Today, we're going to put it through its paces, separate the hype from the reality, and figure out what it can, and maybe more importantly, what it can't do right now. Here's the plan. We'll see where Agent 3 fits into the whole AI scene, break down its core superpowers, watch it go head-to-head with its biggest rivals, give you our final verdict, and then we'll get into the good stuff, the real business opportunities it unlocks. All right, let's dive in. To really get why Replit Agent 3 is making such waves, we first need to get a lay of the land. What does the world of AI automation even look like today? You see, for the last couple of years, the whole space has been pretty much split down the middle. On one side, you've got your app builders, tools like Lovable that are all about creating an entire app from a simple prompt. And on the other side, you have the workflow builders, think Innate or Zapier, which focus on connecting different apps and services to automate tasks. Two totally different worlds. But that whole division, well, it might be coming to an end. There's a new contender in town, and it's making a really bold promise to be the one all-in-one platform that does it all. And yep, you guessed it, that contender is Replit Agent 3. So what's under the hood? What actually makes this tool a potential game changer? It really all boils down to two massive leaps forward. Let's break them down. First up, and honestly, this is the big one, is automated self-testing. Instead of just spitting out a bunch of code that might be broken, Agent 3 actually spins up a virtual browser, clicks around the app like a real human would, finds its own mistakes, and then it goes back and fixes them. It's a constant loop of coding and fixing. Now, building on top of that, the second major leap is a huge increase in autonomy. And this is the perfect way to think about it. It's like having a little junior quality assurance engineer built right into the agent. It's not just your coder anymore. It's also your first line of defense, catching and squashing those early bugs before you even see them. And this number right here, this just perfectly illustrates that massive jump in autonomy. We've gone from about 20 minutes of unsupervised work in previous versions to over 200 minutes. Think about what that means for a second. The gap between having an idea and getting a working app is just collapsing. You could literally be on a walk, dictate an idea into your phone, and have a functional version waiting for you by the time you get home. It's wild. But this isn't just about cool new tech. It's a huge strategic play by Replit. They are gunning directly for the automation giants with their own prompt-to-workflow builder. And a really key piece of that puzzle is the new Slack integration. It makes building custom bots for your business incredibly simple, which opens up a ton of possibilities. Okay, so on paper, Agent 3 sounds pretty incredible, right? But how does it actually hold up when the pressure's on? We decided to find out by putting it in a head-to-head battle against its biggest rivals. First up, we gave it a really common practical task. Build a simple customer relationship management tool, a CRM, for a pet grooming business. You know, a perfect test for its core abilities. And the results were, well, they were fascinating. While competitors like Lovable spat out a super basic, bare-bones CRM in just a few minutes, Replit took its sweet time. We're talking hours. But, and this is a big but, the final product was in a completely different league. Because it was constantly testing itself, it actually thought through what the business would need and built a far more functional, polished, and fleshed-out application. For this round, Replit was the hands-down winner. But what happens when you throw it a curveball? A task where its main superpower can't really be used? For our next challenge, we asked it to build a 3D game. And here, the tables completely turned. See, that self-testing feature is optimized for web apps, not 3D game design. So without its biggest advantage, Replit really struggled. Meanwhile, Lovable, which just focuses on raw code generation, pumped out a much better result in minutes. The winner here, by a long shot, was Lovable. All right, for the final showdown, we threw the kitchen sink at it, a truly complex challenge, an AI coach app that needed to handle audio input, transcribe that audio, and then weave in multiple AI features. And this is where every single platform just hit a brick wall. The complexity of handling audio, transcription, and all those layered AI features, it was just too much. It was a great reminder that for these super complex multimodal apps, you absolutely still need a human in the loop. So for this round, no winner. So, after putting Agent 3 through the ringer, what's the final takeaway? Let's break it down into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good. For standard web applications, your CRMs, your internal business tools, its thoroughness and that self-testing ability are just unmatched right now. It produces a higher quality, more reliable app, period. And that huge autonomy window combined with the slick Slack integration, those are genuine game changers. Now for the bad news. It is so much slower than its competitors. If all you need is a quick and dirty prototype or a simple MVP, other tools will get you there way faster. With Agent 3, you're making a clear trade-off. You're sacrificing raw speed for reliability. And as we saw, it really struggles when it can't use its self-testing superpower. And that brings us to the ugly. And this, right here, is the crucial point. The two halves of the platform, the app builder and the workflow builder, they don't actually talk to each other yet. So that all-in-one dream, it isn't a reality. It's missing key automation features, and let's be honest, it is a long, long way from being a true end-to-end killer.
But okay, even with those limitations, this new technology is creating some really clear opportunities. Let's look at 4 practical ways you can use what it's good at to your advantage, right now.
The biggest opportunity by far is selling custom internal tools to businesses that can't afford those expensive software suites. Second, you can build and sell powerful Slack agents to supercharge a company's teamwork. Third, you can create really advanced interactive websites. And finally, you can teach other people how to master this powerful new tool. And here's a really critical piece of advice on what not to do. Don't try to build a huge, public-facing, mission-critical application with this. The reliability just isn't there yet to handle thousands of users. For now, stick to internal tools and high-value services where its strengths can really shine. So, to wrap it all up, is Replit Agent 3 the killer app we were all hoping for? No, not yet. But it represents a huge, huge step in a very clear direction. The market is definitely heading towards these all-in-one platforms that combine app building with AI automation. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. Is this the future of how all software gets made?